everyone, today I thought I would go through a little Christmas routine as it is Christmas in less than a week now. Oh my god, I've done no shopping. And I thought I would just put something together for you guys. I'm completely winging it. I haven't tried doing a kind of Christmas look before or at any point. I'm just kind of winging it and seeing what happens. So you'll get to take the journey with me. I'm going to try and do the entire look using a really small amount of products because I just got into Napoleon Purtis set palettes. I got in, oh that's the wrong way around, the Romance palette and the Champagne palette, which I already have, but I've hit pan on a lot of the eyeshadows. So it's gonna mostly come hopefully from all of these colors. I'm thinking reds and gold I'm going to go for. I was thinking red and green, but I thought that might be a bit too much. So I will just launch straight into the tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do is we want a base for our eyeshadow. I'm just going to zoom you in so that you can see exactly on my eyes what I'm doing, and I'll just try and get the light to hit a little better. So you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to start off with, this is my favorite color in the Napoleon set, which is this beautiful champagne. And I'm going to take my fluffy brush, one of them, because I quite enjoy using these to apply shadow, and just pick up some of the powder and just tap it off if you're worried about excess. And then we're just going to pat that all over the eye. By putting a base color on, not only are you going to give more color and lift to the colors you put on top of it, but you're also giving yourself a better platform to work with, as any oil and greases and those kind of things that might be left over on your eye aren't going to stick to shadows and make it look clunky. So the next thing is I'm taking the Romance palette and I'm going to use this really plain kind of creamy white color, and again make sure there's nothing left on my fluffy brush and just dip into that one. We're just going to put that right on the inner corners. Now you'll see as I put that on, it really does bring, if you're always wondering what else you can do to make an eye look pop, a light colour in the inner corners absolutely brings it right out. And if you want to get a bit adventurous, you can bring it up basically into the crease from that side, and it makes it look quite dramatic, which is always fun. And if you're feeling like a bit scared about it and like it's a bit too much, you can always brush it in and make it look a bit softer. So the next thing I'm going to take, keeping with the Christmas spirit, is the Bella Box palette that I got from Faire Cosmetics. It just looks like that. And the palette just looks like that. So it's a really nice one. And I'm just going to use that champagne colour to blend between both that really light colour and that other more gold champagne, just to make sure that that spread is even. And it's a soft look. I think this palette's actually at 110, but you could really use any kind of softer, lighter, more peachy gold shadow that you've got lying around to make sure that that blends nicely. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take that really gorgeous burgundy colour and, starting from the middle of my eyes, work that out towards the outer corner, like so. The good thing about doing a burgundy look is it's not as bold as red, so you don't need to feel kind of scared that you're going to go over the top at Christmas time, because it really does come up as kind of a brown, and then if you're feeling a bit more adventurous you can add some more red to it afterwards. So as you can see, just ignore that whole area going on. Don't know what's going on there. I've just brought that burgundy to the center of my eye and a little bit closer in. And we'll just match it on this side. There are no rules with Christmas or with Christmas makeup. So the next thing we're going to do is go back to that first champagne color we used and just soften, using another angled brush, just soften out that burgundy color again. It may seem a little redundant that we're layering the two, but it's going to create an effect at the end where you're going to see that burgundy coming through, and it's really going to give a nice look. So the next thing I'm going to go for is this kind of brighter red colour. It's almost a bit orange, a bit rust, and I'm just going to dip my angled fluffy brush in that one. Comes up really bright on the actual brush, and just carefully dot that on top. Not too much because it is quite bright and I want to keep this as a nice muted look. We're going to take this kind of nice chocolate brown and get our little crease brush and just dip that in that colour. And you just want to slip that into the crease just really gently because we don't want the whole look to turn into a brown smoky eye. But we're going to go back over with some red in a minute, some serious red. And again on the other side. So now we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to blend all of that out. So we're going to take that big fluffy brush again and we're just going to blend along the outside so the brown settles into the whole look and then bring it across the eye. Now, as you might be able to tell at the moment, it's looking quite brown, which is not what we want. We're going to take our gigantic palette. I bought this palette off eBay for about $15, I think. It was really, really cheap. But the shadows are pretty good, so beauty on a budget, as always. And it's got all these really gorgeous, bright shades. So I'm going to take this red just here and take my other fluffy brush, my angled one, and just dip it in like that. And this one's got a bit of shimmer to it as well. So I'll pop that one away and we're going to go back to our Napoleon palette. At this point in the game, I want to clean up those little edges. So all I'm going to do is take a tissue and just see if I can work off some of that without using any kind of removal product, because you don't want to take off the layers and layers of work you've done underneath. You just want to tidy it up enough that you can fix it. Alright, so we've brought those back into the center a little bit, stopped it from running away on itself, and I'm going to just take that fluffy brush and again just blend that gold and that red together. Now, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of wearing red on the lids, so I am going to goldify this look a bit some more. So I'm just going to add a little bit more gold to the inner corners. And instead of putting gold over the top of the red, I'm going to go for a kind of orangey colour. Oh, I've got things jumping out. I'm going to go for a kind of orangey colour and put that between the two again to just meet the two of those a bit more nicely. Finally, just to finish off the look, because I cannot finish off the look without a lot of nice brown, I'm going to use that dark brown with a shimmer. This is one of the shadows that I've hit pan on in my other case, and I'm just going to pull that in the crease. Not going to do anything but put it in the crease and then blend it out, because that's all you need to do. And I'm actually going to use one of the brushes that comes with the Napoleon Purta sets, and it's just got a nice flat top and it's really fluffy and it's really good at just kind of sweeping powder together. So we'll use that first to kind of bring that brown downtown. I'm embarrassing as all hell. For a highlight colour, I'm just going to go for this mauvey colour. It's actually a little bit pinker than it looks. And I'm just going to sweep that along there. So rather than using black liquid liner, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use, I got this one from Sportsgirl a while ago. It's called Stars in Your Eyes. It's very old, which is why it's all faded, but it's just a glitter liner. And I'm just going to use that to line the inner corner of my eye. If you wear contacts, this can sting a little if it gets in your eyes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our trusty black eyeliner. This is Rimmel's Exaggerate. It's my favourite black eyeliner ever. Ever. And we're just going to line the top lashes a little bit in the corner to make them look fuller, and just along the bottom, extending up towards that glitter liner. So we go from glitter to black. I sound so unenthusiastic about this video, and I was so excited for filming. I'm just so tired. It's really sad. We are going to move on to mascara. I'm just using Australis's Mega Lash. And I'm just going to put that on my lashes, really focusing on that outer corner. You can use fake lashes if you like, but for Christmas lunch and dinner with the family, I tend to prefer to just have something a bit natural. So once your mascara is dry, you can go ahead and put on another coat, because you really do want your lashes to be the focus as well as that colour. Okay, so once that's dry, what you want to do is get an eyelash curler. Now you can either heat the eyelash curler up, which means that it will curl your lashes more efficiently, or just use it cold, but I'm just using it cold. And you just want to clamp your lashes. So the final thing you want to think about with this look is lipstick. Because it is Christmas, I know a lot of people will be going, yes, red lips, but I'm thinking of going for more of a hot pink look. So I just have NYX's Black Label in, accurately called Hot Pink. I'm just going to start with this and see how that looks, and then we can move on to a different colour if it's too much. And I'll let my hair out so you can see a little better. And I'm actually going to put on top of that this Vital Radiance colour in Rich Rose to red it up a little bit. Just going to blot it. And like I do whenever I wear lipstick, I rub it in so it's more of a stain. Okay, final thing to do with this look is to just correct under the eyes, as they certainly got a little damaged in the process. So you just want to reapply some concealer. I always do this really because I find I get a lot of fallout, and I just like to do that as a last little step to really make sure I look nice and awake and bright. A little bit of finishing powder over the top. I have really low set and sunk eyes, so I do have a really kind of pronounced cheekbone, and that means that I do get the lines a lot more than other people might. So it is hard to get rid of those, especially with my pink cheeks, but I do what I can. And then we've got one final finishing touch. This is the Maybelline Shimmer palette in Pearls of Pink. These were limited edition. I just got it randomly one day. And you're just going to take some of that and just get a really pink shimmer on the old cheekbones, so that whenever you turn, you're hitting some light. Because you really do want to look kind of fresh and bright and sparkly for Christmas. And I will just unpin my hair and give you the final look. So this is the final look. So quite bright, and the lips, just like that. The lighting is completely wrong because it is not what I look like, but what are you gonna do? So I'll grab my Christmas dress and I'll hold it up so you guys can see what it's gonna look like on Christmas Day. So this dress is by Dazzling. I got it off Oz sale for about $15, and it just looks like this. So really bright and cute. The tag's still hanging off it at the back. It's just got the gold panels down the front and between the skirt. So it comes quite short, and when you spin, it just opens up like that. So it's really cute. Perfect accompaniment to this makeup with just a little bit of gold, red, and some shimmer. So yeah, that is my Christmas look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and try it out for yourselves and show me what you come up with. And don't be afraid to experiment. It's Christmas. It's a present to yourself, which means you have to go and buy more makeup and give it to yourself. That's a rule. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.